So how does an insurance carrier make money? It's all about revenues and expenses. What comes in, the revenues, and what goes out, the expenses. If anything is left over, you're making money, or more specifically, profit. For any organization, you can determine how you make money by identifying the revenues and the expenses. These can be seen on a company's P&L report, which stands for profit and loss report. This report may also be referred to as the income statement. For an insurance carrier, money comes into the business from two primary sources. The number one source is money received from customers, or as they are called, insureds or policyholders. Policyholders pay you money for providing insurance coverages. The money received is referred to as earned premiums. Carriers have earned the premiums because they have provided coverage during that time period. Secondly, carriers receive money from investments they make in a whole host of areas: stocks, bonds, mortgages, etc. Where do they get the money to invest in all these instruments? Well, when an insurance company collects your insurance premiums, they take a substantial portion of the money and they invest it until it is needed to pay a claim. The money they are holding onto is known as reserves. Here's a fun fact. Oftentimes, the investment income earned on reserves is significant and greatly impacts the overall profitability of the insurance carrier. So those are the revenues of an insurance carrier. Now you have to pay the expenses associated with running the business. First, carriers need to pay policyholder claims and the expenses associated with paying the claims. Keep in mind, that's the value carriers provide to customers, covering those losses, paying those claims. However, when you look at the claims expenses on the P&L, you need to keep something in mind. The amount of money you see is not only for claims payments that were made, but this number also includes money for claims that the carrier thinks might occur in the future. The fancy acronym for these future claims is IBNR, which stands for Incurred But Not Yet Reported. It is these funds that the carrier will temporarily stick into reserves and invested assets in order to generate that investment income that we previously discussed. Next, carriers pay the underwriters and brokers or agents who are involved in setting up and selling the policies. These expenses are called underwriting expenses. And then in addition, there will be also money spent on other activities, corporate overhead, investment expenses, etc. So how does a carrier make money? Simple. Have more revenues coming in than expenses going out. If that happens, you have a profit and you've made money.